What's up, people?
Salutations.
All right, so with all the technical problems out of the way, so we are actually live now. So hello, Twitch. Hello, Facebook.
Often as we have technical problems, it's kind of just a given.
I blame the last panel. They ran over like 15 minutes.
They did.
So
Shenanigans.
and hustle.
All right, so you ready
All
to
right,
go? So we're going to record a live. I mean, we are live on Twitch. Hello, Twitchers. So, enjoy the show, and let's get it going.
Yeah, all right. Are we recording?
Yes.
Okay.
Go.
Yes, it's recording. What did you think it was doing?
I don't.
Oh my God.
Welcome to this live episode of Hashtag Game Talk by Rec Level 3 at Momocon 2017. I'm Ryan Clayton. You can find me on Twitter at Dunskin.
What's up, guys? High five. I'm Jess Roberts. You can find me at j.r.mounts257. On this episode, we're talking about, obviously, Momocon 2017. Gaming is therapy. And what's news?
Howdy, I'm Stefano. You can find me at Will Skate for Free anywhere on the internet. Please leave us a comment or rating on iTunes and tell your friends. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch at RecLevel3 and our website, reclevel3.com.
And this is why our podcast has editing, because speaking of Twitch and Facebook, we're there every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and now the show.
The show.
So for anybody that hasn't actually seen how we do the show, like ever, it's usually we're live streaming on Twitch, talking about how we're going to do this podcast, and then we record the podcast, and then we interact occasionally with Twitch as we're doing the podcast.
Yeah,
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah.
He interacts mainly with the people. We just kind of banter.
They just talk.
And talk a lot.
We think we know what we're talking about.
We
Comes
don't,
across as they do.
We don't Brown.
Jesus.
So in case you ever hear us make the comment Brown, it's because during Walker Stalker Con last year,
Yeah, it was last
yeah,
year.
it was
Yep.
last year.
Yep.
we were staying there with Rob Pryor, great artist. He's staying there painting a picture of Norman Reedus, and he's like just killing it, right? And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there talking to my wife. We're picking out pictures for the kids' room. We're gonna get some Batman. We're getting some Green Arrow. And all of a sudden, I hear, "Hey, what color is Daryl's eyes in The Walking Dead?" And I'm like, "Brown."
They're not.
And so they go immediately and tell Rob Pryor Brown. Then I'm like, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah.
I really didn't know, but
Yeah.
my job is me sounding confident. So I'm Brown.
So we took it as the correct answer.
And they went straight to Rob Pryor. So Rob paints this guy's eyes brown. And like 2.2 seconds later, it's like, well, I'm really not sure if they're brown or not. I mean, they might be blue or green or something like that. And there's like the hate coming from like that entire side of the room was ridiculous. Like people were hating on me for telling me, saying Norman Reedus' eyes were brown.
It's because you were wrong.
I don't know.
You look at his baby blues.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just
they
didn't
were
want
baby
to
blue.
blue.
Yeah,
So
blue-
I will
blue for
now
those that don't
forever
know.
be a part of one of Rob Pryor's paintings because the base of Norman's Reedus' eyes in that is brown, topped with some blue.
Yeah.
So
Right
that's,
on.
that's the brown.
So year one.
Year one.
Year one.
Year one. So thank you guys all for attending our anniversary celebration. This is an anniversary of Rec Level 3. Totally didn't know that when we were setting this up. We didn't think about it.
Facebook reminded us.
Facebook reminded us this is a 1-year anniversary for Rec Level 3.
Social media.
Social media, it's great. And it also happens to be the 1-year anniversary of Overwatch.
Woo! Overwatch. Who likes Overwatch?
Coincidence? I think not. They launched it on our anniversary.
Yeah. They were like, these guys are doing it. We'll do it too.
Right. So basically, we have been doing this for a year. We started at MomoCon. Actually, we've been doing this. You and I have been
we've been
doing this
podcasting.
for a few years.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
We rebranded as Rec Level 3 and launched on Twitch and Facebook and podcast and all the places at MomoCon last year. So MomoCon's kind of big for us.
Yeah, kind of like
Kind of a big
Momocon.
thing.
You guys like Momocon? Right? It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First year of
First year.
MomoCon.
Oh my goodness.
Congrats.
Popping that cherry.
Yeah,
That's right.
Hopefully, it will be an ongoing thing because
It's not your
like,
first con, is it?
Yes, it's my first con.
Oh,
First
wow.
con too.
Yeah.
So you're walking around going, what are these people doing?
Yeah, right?
It was my wife's first con ever when we were here. What, 3 years, 4 years ago, 3 years, whatever.
Wow.
How long ago it was? It was her first con. Like literally, she walks in the door. She's not a nerd. She's married to one. She's not a nerd. Like she doesn't do video games. She doesn't read comic books. She doesn't really do any of that.
Yeah.
We walk in, she's just like, what is going on? Picture. And that's so she's now our photographer for that very reason.
Right on.
So Yep, Momocon. All right, so moving on to the actual topical topics.
All right, let's get it going. So, how can games be therapeutic?
They can't. Next topic. Oh, sorry. Wait.
I mean, they can be, man. Totally.
We actually prepped this. So, yeah.
Oh.
Games, therapeutic.
Right
So
on.
there's actually videos on this. There were some TED videos on this talking about how games, not just in like therapy and like anger release, which is how I typically use video games.
Rage.
Right, rage. It's not just for rage release. Like there are actually some TED Talks on this talking about how video games are great for actual physical therapy even. Mental therapy, yes. Social interaction, yes. All the other places, yes. But physical therapy even, like VR. Take VR for example. We were at GDC back earlier this year and we sat there and watched this old guy. Like this guy was old, he's like 80 years old, right? Like very feeble looking. He grabs the VR headset, he puts it on and we see him, hands are kind of shaking. Like this guy's getting up there. He reaches down and he starts working with stuff and like he just like completely zones everything else out. He's in the moment. Huge smile on his face. I remember the big, huge VR goggles, right? Huge smile on his face. Completely loving it. Like transported back to being a kid again. And this is somebody that was not going to be lifting like blocks anytime soon.
Yeah, what? Because he's old? What are you trying to say?
Yes,
Evil?
exactly for that reason.
Dude, he could have been like the Hulk. You don't know.
No, he wasn't.
Oh.
No, he more like somebody else. Very
The
few.
guy from Up.
I would say less up, more like something else.
Was he like Stan Lee now?
Kind of like Stan Lee.
All right.
Good analogy.
Yeah, there
All
we
right.
go.
So
I'm
anyway,
trying to think of an old dude that's cool. There you go. Stan Lee.
it got me thinking, with this topic and talking about like gaming being therapeutic. There's a lot of practical application. We were just actually in a panel talking about VR and AR and how there's more of a business application for it than there is actual gaming application. Like that's the fun part, right? Like that's the reason I'm here is for the gaming side. I care less about the business piece. But there's actually a business application. They use the example of a cruise ship, showing off like a ratty cruise ship, like you get one good angle, it could be awesome. Or you could put somebody in a VR headset, do a whole little 360 tour inside the cruise ship, let them experience what it's like. Hey, suddenly travel agents have a place to exist again. With VR and therapy, think about it with like the Wii, right? Everybody remembers when the Wii first came out?
What's a Wii? Oh, wait, yeah.
Wii first comes out, we all grab it, we have our nunchucks, we go partying, we go bashing, we go boxing, we go play tennis, and all us old people are like, whew, I'm done.
It was a workout.
Yeah, actually, there's like a bunch of people that lost weight because of the Wii, right? I mean, they got totally into physical activity.
DDR.
I mean, there you go, therapy,
DDR,
right?
that's another one, yeah. That's
People
weird.
that usually wouldn't like do things of physical activities.
So, by the way, speaking of technical issues, going back to that, there's no audio on Twitch.
Woo! What?
Is this guy muted? Is that what it is?
There he is. No.
No.
It was somehow muted somewhere else.
Ah, right on.
Easy fix.
See, technical issues. There should be audio on Twitch.
So, Podcast 101, everything can go wrong.
Everything
And will
can
go
go
wrong.
Will go wrong. We're gonna
All
upload a backup copy of this.
So back VR,
Anyway.
therapy, yes.
Do you remember
Wii's, right? We were talking about Wii's.
The Wii's? Yeah. So you remember with that, and even with Kinect, right? So even if you didn't have a cool Wii and you had your Kinect, you could still box. Wasn't quite as cool as the Wii. You could still do DDR. Wasn't quite as cool as the Wii. Oh wait, did the Wii do DDR? Anyway.
I mean, they had. Yeah.
One of our buddies that actually used to do a podcast on the network with us. His mom has Parkinson's, and he's rather elderly himself.
Talking about Jim?
Yeah, talking about Jim.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was trying to think elderly guy.
Jim.
Okay,
Who else would
got
have
you.
Jim?
Yeah, right on.
It actually, he had a huge problem with being overweight, diabetes, all this other stuff. He started doing Kinect, bowling, sports, whatever. And actually, it was getting him up off the couch, moving around. And he actually started losing weight. And then he started going biking because he was now off the couch doing stuff. He felt better. So even small things like that, there's therapeutic values, even just on the physical side of it. Not even talking about the mental side.
The mental side.
The mental piece.
Social anxiety.
Yeah.
Ah.
If you have social anxiety, you're probably not at this con.
Yeah, probably
No
not.
kidding.
If you are at this con and you have social anxiety, you are probably freaking out right now. Like completely flipping your lid.
Right?
games can help with that, right?
Right.
Like games can help you kind of get through it, start socializing with people.
Yep. Online gaming, one of the biggest things, the best things out there, right? Everybody online games, plays with people that live across the country in different countries. I mean, everywhere. Across the country, different countries. I mean,
Across the country and
the other thing.
Countries.
Right.
Different assholes from around the world.
That's right.
Basically,
You can get cussed at in Arabic or
by a
Italian.
12-year-old in
Right.
Italy. Yes.
Yeah, there you
That's
go. I mean, so people that usually wouldn't communicate with other people communicate with other people.
Yeah.
Sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
it's funny. Like we this is how this guy started. This whole Rec Level 3 thing started from people that game together, chatting in parties. You know, just learning to be friends in parties with each other, right? So,
And then coming up with ideas of like doing podcasts.
like, hey, we should do a podcast. That would be.
Yeah.
It's easy.
There's not gonna be any problems with that.
That
We
doesn't
talk
sound
about
so
this
hard.
Stuff in party chat all the no. Anyway,
Nah.
we've talked about before on the show about like death in video games, like memorials in video games. You know, when Carrie Fisher passed away, there was a huge memorial in so many different games. You know, there was Knights of the Old Republic did one, people in WoW did one, people in Destiny did one. I mean, like so many huge memorials. And then we've actually, you know, many of us have had friends that have passed away that we gamed with. We didn't know them, you know, face to face, but we gamed with them. And sometimes those people pass away. Sometimes there's memorials. It's real legitimate connections. Like you feel that, right? Having that kind of social interaction can take somebody that could be the type of person that never gets out of their house, never wants to even go to the grocery store. I mean, not just social anxiety, right? But I'm talking like that whole next level. People that literally can't go open the door for a package, right? Like gives those people a chance to start interacting with people again, start making those real connections, which makes you live longer.
Does it really?
According to the TED Talks, people that play video
Oh, right on.
games live longer. See, I brought it full circle back to the TED Talks.
Right on. Dude, this is serious talk, man. Sheesh. So, what I'm getting out of it is we should play a lot of video games online with people so we can live longer
Yes.
and prosper.
Yes.
Right?
Jesus.
Not new.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Anyway. So another good thing about gaming and being therapeutic, you know, talking about the kind of the social and interaction side of it, this, right? Momocon. Conventions, communities, conventions, hangouts, meetups, Momocons, Dragon Cons, Anime Con, like whatever, like all the little cons where you're getting together. Dude, life sucks. It does. It's hard. Life sucks. But for 4 days out of the week, you can, on a random month in, you know, May, you can come to Momocon, and life is really cool. For
You can
4
be
days.
Dante for 5 days.
You can be Dante, you can be Spider-Gwen, you can be that one really hairy dude. That
Dude with the
not
hair on the
sure-
back?
I'm
Oh my
not
goodness.
sure what that was.
Don't be that guy.
I don't know
Yeah.
what that. You could be
Dude.
that guy.
I mean, you could
be
yeah,
that
well,
guy.
yeah, he
So
was
do it.
totally being that guy.
He was
Holy
totally
cow,
that.
he was proud of it.
Anyway.
I mean, like this patch of hair right in the butt.
But
Dude.
moving on.
All right.
Moving on.
Sorry. Traumatized, guys, traumatized.
This is a chance for you to actually be what you want to be, right? Like hang out with like-minded people. The first time I walked in Momocon, like I said, my wife was like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "I am home, my peoples." Like I can talk about video games. I can let all my nerd hang out, and nobody's gonna judge me for it. It's gonna be socially acceptable for me to sit here and talk about video games all day long.
Someone will judge you.
Like you with
That's
the
right.
back
Yeah, you
hair.
would.
I mean, what is wrong with
I
you,
know.
Stefano?
Gotta be that guy.
Some people just need to be judged. Am I right?
Freaking jock.
I mean,
This
come
is
on.
right.
You know?
Gee.
High school
Well, now
jock.
you're judging jocks.
All right. So Momocon 2017. What's out there, man? What
Dude, there's
happened?
actually some really cool stuff this year.
Like the vendor area?
The vendor area is actually pretty awesome.
Cool.
So talking about social interaction, some of the people
Yeah.
we met, 3 years ago?
Dude.
Still here as vendors?
Yep. And like getting big, right? So here's the thing with like making it. You don't really make it like that.
Yeah. Wait.
No, you don't.
Making it, right? You start very small. Like one guy, was it the Pickle Noirs?
Yeah, j.r.mounts.
Yeah, he makes comics,
Pickle Noir.
adult pickle comics.
Fried pickle.
Yeah.
Fried
Did you
pickle
guys see it
noir.
at the vendor area?
He has,
Yeah.
His main character is a massive dill pickle whose main weapon
Thought you
is,
were
get
gonna say
this,
something else.
the melon baller.
That's right.
Not silver ballers, not Hitman, not silver ballers, the melon baller.
Dude.
And it's awesome. Like this guy, who would think that a book, a comic, a card game, like all this stuff about pickles, who would think that would even be remotely interesting enough to where you could make a living writing about a dill pickle? in a semi-crime scene fictional universe.
Yeah.
Wait, that's fiction?
Well,
I thought Pickles could talk.
I don't know. He does have a live picture of somebody that looks like in pickle costume, so therefore it's
Okay.
probably no.
Yeah, no. I was like,
Not
wait,
the
what?
other. Not the other. This can't take you anywhere.
Just making sure.
Right on.
But something like that. And then we got the folks from Kamikaze Comics.
Yep, Kamikaze. If you haven't checked out Kamikaze Comics, do it.
They actually have a
It's pretty
Kickstarter
awesome.
going on right now for their second season. So Volume 1 is out. It was funded completely on Kickstarter. Volume 1 came out. They rocked it. Now Volume 2 is out. And so you've got the main comic, and they're also doing a spin-off of that as well.
Was it like chapter 2 or something?
Yeah, Sound Out. Yeah.
Yeah, something.
So, and again, people that just nerds like us.
They're
chilling,
doing it, trying
fun
it.
stuff, right?
Yep. Failing and doing it and keep doing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Really? Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You gotta get pumped, man.
He's always got to get the yeah.
So, peace out, Andrew Ferris, the man behind the artwork.
Yep.
See you, dude. So, talking about like the vendors and stuff, how crazy is the vendor area downstairs this year?
It's massive. The whole place is massive.
Everything is so much bigger. So you have
Yep.
the vendor area, you have the board games, you have the DDR room, like it's just straight DDR.
Did you guys see the PC setup? That setup is amazing.
Yeah.
Played it last night. Overwatch, baby. Yeah, it was good. Overwatch, like how many? I think it's like at least 32 PCs, right?
Dude, there's a lot.
Like even more than that. It's ridiculous. Is it a couple hundred? I mean, there's
32
a ton.
PCs.
No, I mean, I was just thinking about the area behind the.
Well, there's 278, but there could also be 32.
I was thinking about like where we streamed at last night.
4.
There were 2 there.
Yeah.
No, behind
One in
it,
the room we were
there was
in,
more
and-
behind that.
I'm talking about in the room where we
Yeah,
streamed at.
but-
It was a room.
That was Game Wisp.
Anyways,
Game Wisp.
By
only
Game
had
Wisp.
2.
game wisps.
Game Wisp.
Wisps.
Anyway.
All right. So
I swear.
what else,
dude.
man?
2? All right. So
Brown.
What else? Brown.
All right.
PC Game Year. All right. So let's talk about the game floor for a little bit. This year. So we were here last year. The game floor was awesome. We actually spent pretty much all evening Friday and Saturday
board games.
downstairs playing board games. This year,
That's some people.
yeah, met a lot of people actually.
Yeah.
Played a lot of
Yeah.
awesome games.
Yeah.
This year, the
Just
entire
how-
downstairs is now like 90,000 square foot. 90,000 square foot. That's a lot of my houses. Just saying, a lot of my houses. Probably a lot of everybody's houses. But hey,
Yeah, I think the average house is like what, 1,500 square feet,
so it's a
1,200
lot
square
of
feet.
everybody's.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's a lot of
that
toilets
expansion
too.
is crazy. So what games have you saw down there that you've liked so far?
Surprisingly enough, Brawlhalla. Have you guys played
That was
Brawlhalla?
surprisingly fun.
Yeah, I was kind of iffy because it looks like a Smash clone.
I completely avoid it because I'm like, oh
Yeah.
look, it's a slower
Yeah.
version
Well, we
of
saw it
Smash
last
Bros.
year.
Not gonna play that.
But
At all.
we got to play the PS4 version,
Of
and
course, I also don't play Smash Bros. So
yeah, true.
just saying, it's not.
So Brawlhalla, actually really fun. The pace of it, I mean, it's not quite as fast as Smash, but what they are doing is really rad. Like the characters are better than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
The pickups, it's very simplified. I mean, Smash is not really super complicated either. But
I mean, the cool thing about Brawlhalla is the artwork behind it, right? Like, and that's what kind of drew us in. We were staying there watching it, before we had the interview with him. We were just kind of staying there watching it. It's like, well, that's actually really pretty, and it gets really massive. And holy crap, that's an entire city back there. Wow, it was cool. It does play like so. If you're into Smash Bros. Or if you're into PlayStation All Stars, I mean, you're gonna like the game, probably.
Yeah.
Like it's that type game. You're probably gonna like it. If you're not
well,
into Smash Bros.
unless you're like a Super Smash Bros guy and you're like, that sucks because it's not Smash Bros. Just saying. Jody, right? Look, I see it in his face. Look. Hating on it, dude. I see it in your.
Oh. If you hate Smash Bros,
You probably won't like it.
No, I
You
actually
might.
like it. I
Yeah,
actually
was gonna
like
say,
it.
you
Yeah, I
might
actually
like
had
it.
fun with it.
Yeah, it's a little different.
not that I hate Smash Bros. Don't give me that look.
You just hate Nintendo.
I just hate Nintendo as a whole. Anyway, moving on. So what else besides Brawlhalla?
Dude, Block Shot Champion. Has anybody played Block Shot Champion? You are a 8-bit block.
You're an 8-bit block.
And your buddies are 8-bit blocks.
I don't even know if it's 8-bit, dude. Like that's like
It's like Atari.
4.
Yeah, it's like 4-bit, 2-bit.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
even
Atari.
know
It's
what
1-bit.
You're
You're literally
blocks.
a pixel.
Yeah, you're a pixel, and you're fighting each other, and it's actually really rad.
You shoot each other.
Yeah, you shoot each other. You got shields. Yeah, you got a shield. You can shoot platforms, make them red hot, so if people jump on them,
Yeah.
they explode.
You can also shoot your own platform and make it red hot, and you explode.
Yeah, I've done that a
Yeah,
couple times. Not good.
That happens.
You can also push people in the blocks. I got pushed in the blocks a couple of times.
I don't know what
that
you're talking
happens.
about.
That happens.
Yeah.
It's couch co-op. So one of the things we've been talking about a lot is there is a complete lack of couch co-op. Not enough stuff you can just grab controller for your buddies and sit around and play couch co-op anymore. Everything's online. Everything and don't get me wrong, I love online gaming too. It's awesome. But sometimes I just want to sit there with my buddies in the same room so we can rag on each other just like this. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But there's not enough of them out there. There's not. And so we came here to Momocon with that kind of, there's not a lot of whole couch co-op. Brawlhalla, guess what?
There's
Couch
a
co-op.
ton.
Yeah. Pixel, the whole little pixel thing, block shot champion. Yeah, guess what? Couch co-op. Yeah.
And it's fun.
And it's fun.
You guys
Grab
should
a couple
definitely try it out.
controllers.
It's fun.
Get your little USB hub like that and just plug 4 little PlayStation controllers in there. You're good to go. One of the ones that surprised me with was Guns of Icarus.
Yeah. I didn't even know about this game.
I saw the press release come out about it, and I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool. I somehow have downloaded it into my Steam library. Not sure exactly when that happened or how that happened. Sometimes games just magically appear there. It's one of those, like the other personality of mine takes over. I don't know. Anyway, Guns of Icarus, you're flying a massive ship if you're the captain.
Yep.
If you're not the captain, then you're doing something else on the massive ship.
Yep. You're running around this ship, manning guns, trying to blow up other ships, running around fixing things, right?
Very steampunk. So the art style is very steampunk, right? So these are massive steampunk type ships. And it's kind of like, have you guys seen the previews for Star Trek Bridge Crew, where like everybody sits at a different seat on the bridge?
No Star Trek fans?
Any Star Trek
come
fans?
on.
One Star Trek fan.
There you go.
One.
Look it up. It is pretty awesome. It's a VR game. Basically, you are flying the Enterprise, and everybody is at a station, and you have to work together to blow up other ships that are trying to blow you up.
It's very similar to that, except that you're not stationary. You can actually get out of your position and go. I also was like, well, hey, that looks really cool. It looks like pirates, right? So, air pirates. Like, this is kind of cool. This is really awesome. Can I board another ship? Because it looks like I should just be able to get up close to a ship and board a ship like pirates. As it turns out, you can't do that because your ships are actually moving somewhere between 50 and 100 miles per hour. Boarding a ship would be like jumping on a 18-wheeler going down 75. It looks great in the movies, but it doesn't really happen in real life.
Yeah.
So, the scale of this game is what really impressed me. Like I said, because I mean, it looked like they were going slow enough. You should be able to board another ship. And the reason it looks that way is because of the scale. When you start seeing the mountains and stuff, again, you're flying, right? So there's no ocean; it's the sky. There's mountains. When you start seeing the mountains, like this game makes your ship look very small. And then when there's a end boss, the end boss ship looks like a floating city, basically.
Yeah, it did.
So that's one that's pretty cool.
And you can ram. I mean, if you're the captain, there's a lot of stuff you can do.
Yeah.
You can actually ram the other ships.
You can't shoot. You can't shoot.
No, you can't. I mean, but you're manning, telling people what to do, right? Like, hey, my right wing is messed up. Go fix it.
But I don't want to fix the right
Do
wing.
it,
I want to
Jeff.
shoot the front.
If you want to kill things, we need to fix the ship. Dang it!
But I want to shoot the front cannon.
I'm not going to enjoy playing Star Trek with you, am I?
I know.
I don't
right?
know.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
not going to be a team player, are you,
I don't
Jess?
know. I might be. I don't know. We'll find out.
I'm gonna go
Anyway,
refund my pre-order now.
There was another game that you were playing that looked pretty cool. It looked like Tron.
Ah, dude, yeah, Distance.
Distance, yeah.
Yep. So it looks like a crazy combination of Tron meets Wipeout.
It's a racing game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a racing game, but it's not racing because you're not racing. You're
No,
challenging the board.
No,
No, that's a
And
story
you fly.
mode. That's a story mode.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a story mode, and you're just cruising, and the map is doing weird stuff while you're racing. I almost said a bad word. I didn't.
It looked a lot like I-85 at one point when I-85 just completely collapsed.
Yeah, with brakes
or like
collapsing,
75 when the hole just appeared in the middle of the road. It's kind of like
Yeah,
driving in
yeah, yeah.
Atlanta. Okay. Except your car has wings and you can fly, and there's lasers and you can get cut in half.
Yep.
I mean, aside from that, it's
walls
kind of
you
like
ride
Atlanta
into.
track.
A lot of neon lights.
That's
I mean,
like
it
Atlanta
looks
track
like
walls,
Tron.
yeah.
Like, think Tron, and that's what the game looks like. Except, not all computer-y too much.
No,
It's realistic Tron.
Gorgeous lighting. Like, that's probably one of the best indie games I've seen down there. The lighting in that game is amazing. So
Runs
Yeah.
very smooth.
yeah, it does.
Like,
Surprisingly.
extremely smooth.
And they were actually talking about bringing it to VR. So they have it on Oculus and Vive right now. They were talking about bringing it to PSVR, but they can't because of the frame rate.
Yeah.
It's you
That's
can actually
surprised,
go
man.
into the car. You can get into the actual car itself and see first person view instead of third. But frame rate on PSVR, they were going to need 90 frames
Yep.
per second, which means they had to get up to 180 frames per second just to be able to run it at 90. Like, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Not going to happen. So
I would puke all over the place with that game anyways.
right? You're
That-
flying through stuff.
Well, that game's so fast, man. I don't even know if I would want to try that on Oculus.
It'd be cool in
I'd try
as
it.
third person.
I mean, I'd play it for like 2 seconds and then be like, yep, I'm done.
Like
I
Battle
am
Tanks?
done.
Battle
Yeah,
Tanks
yeah,
or
pretty
something.
much. Yeah.
All right, so what else? What else you guys
Figment. Figment was also another one that was pretty freaking rad. A little action, it's a little adventure game. Very whimsical, cartoony looking. Think, shoot, man, Zelda, but with floating maps. I like it.
That's not.
Yeah, it's an adventure game.
It was
man.
alright.
I'm not talking about like the new Zelda, like old school Zeldas, where you're picking up stuff,
That's
trying to
I mean,
figure out
still-
puzzles and stuff.
Eh.
It's whimsical. I like it.
I like the art style on it. The art style actually is really nice. It's beautiful art style.
Yeah, it's like hand drawings.
Are you paying
Think
attention
oil
to the
painting.
Twitch chat by chance?
Yeah, that's
Oil
what I've been
paintings.
doing.
Oh, okay. Like I just
Staring at my
I
phone
see
the
like
entire
freaking
time.
Twitch chat going everywhere. Like, what the crap is happening over there?
All right, cool.
I Twitch people.
So Figment, not bad. Yeah.
That's got to be edited out of the podcast, by the way.
What?
Me talking about the Twitch stuff.
Yeah, why you gotta be talking about things?
I don't know.
All right.
Because usually it's somebody
Any
else
other
making
games,
it.
Jess,
No.
that you were impressed by? That apparently I was impressed by and you weren't?
Figment?
Right on.
No. So what about games? All right. So enough Momocon for a minute.
Momocon!
What else before Momocon were you doing this week? What other games were you playing?
I beat Farpoint.
Finally. Did
Yeah.
you beat it? Did you beat it?
Yeah, Ryan beat it.
So
I
Ryan
borrowed
beat
it from him and beat it before him.
Because
I
you have
still-
you
I
have
still
time.
haven't
I don't have time. I have an hour pretty much to sit down and play sometimes.
I still haven't
sometimes.
beat it yet.
Growing up sucks.
I wanted to beat it. I got to the first boss.
Oh yeah, the first boss. Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, that's really cool. And
So-
I gotta go play something else.
Farpoint again, man. Like just playing Farpoint. The one thing it makes me want is Rainbow Six in VR.
That's what I played this week.
If they
not
can
in
put,
VR.
if they can make Siege VR, I would be the happiest man ever because the aim gun works perfect. I mean, like Ryan playing at that last part where you're getting hammered by aliens.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, it's really, really tough. You're hiding behind cover. You're sniping. I mean, you have to look down your gun, right? So you have to align everything like a real gun. If your gun's slightly off, you have to straighten it out. So you have to get your sights.
One more time, how's it gonna go?
So you have to line up your gun, your
Uh-huh.
sights. All right,
Yep.
Jess, suck it.
Anyway.
All right, so I mean, just playing it right is amazing because you're like, I'm gonna run in there and just shoot all those guys. No, you better hang back and just snipe people or yeah.
As goofy as the PlayStation aim gun looks, it actually works really well. I just wish it had a buttstock so I could
But then, would you really want it to be a buttstock in VR? I mean, I get when we have buttstocks like on the SOCOM gun because I love the SOCOM gun. That gun, amazing. But a buttstock in VR, hey, hang on.
Yeah, you would smack your. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
because I almost do it like every time I think I'm about to hit my mask with the little PVC pipe gun that we have, but I don't because of the way it's made. I don't hit myself. But man, with a freaking buttstock, I would smack myself in the face every time.
It all makes sense. That's probably why they did it. Because I mean, honestly, you have the gun like this, and you're wearing huge, gigantic
Jess
goggles.
was right.
Yeah, that would suck. You're right.
No,
Yeah,
no,
there you
no.
go.
Brown has
Yeah.
been redeemed.
All right, so yeah, Farpoint, loving it.
It's a good game.
It makes me believe in first-person shooter VR games.
All right, so what else?
What else? Dick Wild.
What else?
Dick Wild. I played
What?
Dick Wild, and
What?
half of you guys are like, "What the heck is Dick Wild?"
Basically, I
What
had
did
no
you play?
clue.
Dude, this is
Yeah.
PG-13, man.
Dude, it's
PG-13.
an actual game. All right,
Oh,
it's a VR
it
game.
is. Oh.
All right, so you are a pest hunter. All right, it's a gallery shooter. You're in a swamp shooting alligators, fish, all kinds of stuff. Think Duck Hunt, but with
Alligators.
alligators
Think Duck Hunt means Duck Dynasty.
and Dick Wild is Duck Dynasty pretty much.
Do you have a beer?
Yeah. You get like nail guns, paintball guns.
Oh, it's Duck Dynasty.
It does have a bunch of weird guns.
Like all kinds of crazy guns. It's actually really fun. If you like little, I mean the game's like $15. So I mean for a little gallery shooter where you get different kind of guns, another game to play with your aim controller. It is fun. I mean the wifey loved it. You know, because she
Your
gets
wife
motion
doesn't
sickness.
like very many
No, she
games.
gets motion sickness, so she can't really play much. But this one, you're stationary, and you got your VR, and you can look around and shoot, and it's really, really fun.
Pew pew.
So for $15, Dick Wild is definitely good. I had to do that. No,
Of course you did.
all right.
You know what?
What? Overwatch. Woo!
We actually played that here. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, Overwatch. I always forget how awesome that game is.
So Stefano got sniped by like 45 million times by Cute Girl 1204. Cute Girl 1204, if you're watching or listening,
Yeah,
please
no
remember,
kidding.
I have that footage. I can show
It was
you what it
hilarious.
looked like every time you were sniping
Yeah,
Stefano.
I hate
He kept
playing.
trying to go back for revenge kills, which is, you just
Failed.
don't do that.
Dude.
Every time.
No, because my team sucked. So the
Blame it on the team.
No, the suckiest part about Overwatch playing it with randoms is the team you get put on. If they suck, you're doomed.
I mean, I'm not
You're
saying
doomed.
the team was the greatest in the world, but I mean, you
Dude,
were
did
the
you
one
see the
getting sniped all the
Did
time.
you see the difference between
That's
that
because the
match?
other team didn't have a good sniper like Cute Girl 1204. She
Dude.
was on your team that time.
Oh my goodness. I had
Whereas
actually.
when the matches he did win, like the other team's healer was kept going in.
Yeah, man. See, we had no healers. The first team, the first match, there was no healer, so I had to be a healer. I'd never play healer, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
He was kind of bad at it.
Yeah, I was really bad at
really
it. I'm
bad
not
at
good, dude. It's not me, right? I'm usually
I'm the
tank
healer.
guy or running gun.
I'm the healer.
Yeah, Ryan's my healer. He's my nurse, right? So
Wait, what?
what?
Are you the cute girl he pays to be his Mercy main?
God,
Maybe.
that could go so many
Wow.
wrong places.
He is cute
Wow.
girl 3569.
It's Cute Girl 1204.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there you go.
How do you
All
not
right.
know? She killed you like 7
Right,
times.
like I saw her name no less than 25 times yesterday. as she
I was
taking your
I was
life.
raging at that point, cussing at my team, and I lost all
He
track.
was. He was.
But,
It was
but,
funny.
but to be fair, when he did win, they did have a Mercy pressing the offense.
Yeah.
Like, she came in, guns
Hey,
out, pew, pew,
And I had
pew,
player of the
pew,
game,
pew.
and I got like a bunch of
Killed her
kills.
time.
I'm just saying, big difference, man.
So you were saying you were
Big
playing
difference.
a sucky team?
No, we just had a
That
good
sounds
team.
like what
no,
you said.
it was
I
a
mean-
really it was funny because the team I actually got in on my second match was a team that kicked my ass before that. So yeah, they actually just had a
couldn't
good
get to
time.
the payload.
Yeah.
It's not the first time I said
All right,
that.
all right.
All right, moving on. So what about you, Ryan? What have you been playing?
Finally picked up Horizon again.
Horizon.
Yeah, you said the graphics they
Dude,
tweaked it,
they've
yeah?
done some upgrades and the graphics are freaking amazing on the Pro. It's like fire looks like I ran to the kitchen to get my fire extinguisher. It was like shit, my TV's on fire. But,
Crap, your TV's on fire.
Crap, my TV's on fire.
Did you
Dropped
feel
an
the heat?
A-bomb.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
But
But
A is yeah.
All right, all right.
This
Carry
is
on,
gonna cause
carry
me
on.
to edit. Thanks, Ryan.
you're welcome.
All right, so Horizon, yes.
What else? I think that was it. I've just been hooked on Horizon. I kind of wanted to stay home and play Horizon instead of coming up here. But
This
not
is
really.
why they're never gonna invite us back for another panel.
I know, right?
They're never gonna
It's
invite us back
Horizon.
again. Like you won't even get media passes
So-
this year. Like you're
Horizon.
done, dude.
So-
like you're done.
Horizon and Mass Effect are the two games that I really, really want to play, and I just don't have time to sit down and play them.
Yeah.
Hate it. I know, man. Fail, right? It's like I just gotta get over it and use my 1 hour of gaming time to play those games, and say, screw you guys. I'm not playing online. I'm not doing it.
You're gonna still play online.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
See, it's an endless loop.
So yeah, I've played Rainbow Six Siege. That's about it.
Rainbow Six. No one. Everybody hates Rainbow Six, like Six in this room, right, Jody?
Wait,
Dislike
I
it.
play it religiously.
I jumped on it, so I downloaded it on my PC finally because that's where most of my gaming's been happening lately. So I'm like, I'm gonna
you
jump
got
on
a
the
baller
PC.
PC now.
And yeah, that game is baller on PC. Like it looks really good. Have they got crossplay yet? Is it crossplay?
Nah, I doubt it. PC guys would murder PS4 guys.
Yes, we would.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right,
no.
There's no competition between PC and PS4.
Yeah, no, dude,
Yeah.
with the mouse precision and everything, yeah, you're.
I
So
played
if
that
I-
PS4 with a mouse and gamepad.
Yeah, that's why. Like, if we play
I ran into
Battlefield,
people like that. It's not fun.
Yep.
if we play Battlefield, I'll be like, 20 and 18, like, yeah, and I'll look at Ryan's like 42 and 7. I'm like, dude, what's going on? He's
I
like,
don't know what you're talking about.
mouse.
Yep.
Yep.
PC games a lot faster too. Like in general, even if you have slow, low
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything was so much faster. So that was actually kind of a turn off, sadly for me, playing Rainbow Six Siege. Is I like the slow, stealthy approach on the PS4. Like that game is really, to me, made to be played nice and slow and stealthy. So I'll be getting back on now on the PS4.
And I'm just stoked that game's still getting a lot of love. I mean, that's one of the
new
best.
content dropping.
Yeah, that's one of the best shooters in a while. Honestly,
Yeah.
one of my favorite, and I really need to jump on it more. That, Overwatch, and Battlefield 1, man. Just really good shooters right now.
Yeah, Battlefield
Really good.
1 is still probably my favorite of the most recent couple of years. Like Battlefield is.
And they just came out with a really awesome update.
Oh, yeah?
They did.
Yeah.
They did. We'll probably cover that in the segment called
Doot-doot-doot.
We're There.
Yeah.
We're there.
Are we
Keep
doing
going.
it?
We're there.
Are we doing it?
Yes. What's new? This week's episode of Rec Little 3's hashtag What's News is brought to you in part by Cheetos.
Cheetos. We don't eat Cheetos.
We do eat Cheetos.
I don't
Cheetos
eat
are
Cheetos.
delicious.
No,
What is
man, they
wrong
make-
with you?
They make you
Disgusting.
fat.
Okay,
and-
okay. This week's episode brought to you by Flats Thai Chicken Pizza.
Yeah.
Flatbread.
There's a
Anyways.
restaurant just down the corner called Flats.
You know,
Go hit
I
it
give up. I give
Yeah.
up. He doesn't like any of this
Coffee, man.
Coffee.
I have to put IVs in
This
my
episode
veins.
brought to you by coffee.
Moving on. First weekend, the first blah blah blah. First thingy that we're going to talk about in news.
Why can't Destiny 2 run at 60 frames per second on PS Pro? Why, Jess? Why?
Because it sucks.
No, actually, it comes to what Jody just said.
Yep.
The frame rates.
The frame rate.
The frame rates.
And that's actually, so funny thing, Bungie has actually confirmed that Destiny 2 is going to offer full PS4 Pro support, but they've chosen to take the 4K display route as opposed to 60 frames per second. So that's kind of sad because you take games like Battlefield and Halo, they transition to 60 FPS as opposed to the other side. So
Yeah, and it all has
I mean, it's
to do...
going to look prettier.
Yeah, well, it has to do with, right, they've got the PlayStation and the PS Pro. They can't make the PlayStation 4 60 frames per second and then the regular PlayStation 4 30, because then you've got what Jody was saying. You've got someone playing it with a faster frame rate against someone with a slower frame rate. Who's going to have the advantage? Yeah.
So that's funny. There's one of the quotes in here. This is talking with Bungie's Luke Smith, and this actually news article is brought to you by IGN.
Oh, gee.
Luke said, basically, I mean, look, I'm gonna wade into this, guys. I don't know if this is how his voice is, but we're gonna go with that.
Maybe he has a
And
bad voice.
you, Mark Noseworthy, this guy's name's really Noseworthy. Oh my God, sorry, can't flesh it out. The console, the PS4, is super powerful, the PS4 Pro, but it couldn't run our game at 60 FPS. What?
Yeah,
I think that's a cop out.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Sounds like it.
our game's this rich physics simulation where collision of players networking, etc., and like it just wouldn't run. There's not enough horsepower there.
I mean,
I call BS on that.
Battlefield does it.
Battlefield does it. Halo does it on the Xbox. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, he says that there are tons of GPU power in the PS4, and that's why they're going to face the 4K. Now, later on in the article, this is where it gets pretty cool. We actually kind of called it. He said basically it comes up that Destiny's decided their further arguments are that it just wouldn't be fair for the regular PS4 people.
And the truth comes out.
It's basically because the PS4 Pro probably could operate at 60 FPS, but your regular PS4 is going to be stuck at 30. So what does that mean? It means all the millions of people that have PS4s that didn't upgrade to the PS4 Pro are going to have a distinct disadvantage playing online. So the way they fix that, instead of having a PS4 Pro server set and a PS4 regular server set, they just said, no, we're just going to cap it and you're going to have 4K.
Yeah, and that leads back into why we don't have a lot of cross-platform between PC and PS4,
Yeah.
or Xbox One, or Nintendo Switch.
There is some good news that came out of this, though.
Oh yeah, what?
They're dropping the Grimoire cards.
Oh yeah. So you
Why?
actually get a
Because it's
story.
going to have a story.
Right, you actually get cutscenes instead of having to read cards now. Yeah.
All right, next in news.
Xbox One game subscription service launches June 1st. What?
So PlayStation now, Xbox One is going to have the Xbox Game Pass.
Which actually sounds way more better than PlayStation Now. By the way.
more
It does.
better.
Way more better.
It does sound way more better. It's going to launch with 100 games so far. So kind of like PlayStation Now, it didn't launch with a ton of games up front. This was going to launch with about 100 games. The cool part is there's current gen games on there.
Yep.
So I didn't buy Halo 5. I don't play my Xbox enough. But for $9.99 a month, I'm going to sign up for the Xbox Game Pass. Between that and the $24 a year that I pay for freaking EA, that's all the Xbox games I will ever need.
Right.
Titles coming out at launch include Halo 5 Guardians, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Mad Max, which is phenomenal on PS4.
Right.
Like, that game's great.
I need to pop it in
there you
again.
go.
I'm sure
If
they
you,
play.
if you haven't played Mad Max, this is an opportunity to.
Right.
Yeah, for $9. Terraria, who cares? NBA 2K16, who cares? Sunset Overdrive, and Payday 2. Backwards compatible games are going to be like Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts, Bioshock, Fable 3, Gears of War, Soul Calibur, View of Pinata, and XCOM Enemy Within.
So it's basically what EA has done, right?
Yeah, it's basically
Yeah,
the EA Pass.
Yeah.
For a couple of dollars more, that's now everything Xbox.
Yep. So for what, $30? Wait, no. It's what, $10,
yeah.
$120 and $30 for the.
And if you're an
Other
Xbox
one.
Live Gold subscriber, you can start accessing it today with a 14-day free trial.
Oh, free trial.
It's not bad.
All right, next in news. Speaking of Xbox,
The culling brings Battle Royale to Xbox June 2nd. What
has anybody
is
here
the
played
culling?
the culling? No? No? Has anybody here care about the culling? No? All right,
No?
next
All
in
right,
news.
Overwatch anniversary event brings some killer dances. Say what?
We've seen a lot of them doing them, like memorized them out here.
Really?
Yeah. So the dances are pretty cool. I mean, they're actually set to actual dances in real life. Like Reinhardt is the flower waltz. So he has his big hammer and he swoosh it around, dips it. Yeah, straight up out of it like a Frank Sinatra movie.
All right.
Pretty awesome.
Is there any dabbing? There's got to be a dab.
God.
Oh man.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
My
I don't know,
favorite-
but I'm just saying there's got to be.
My favorite is Reapers. He's literally just standing there tapping his foot.
Right
be
on.
me.
To the beat.
Yeah. It's like he's the guy
Yeah,
that's
Bob.
posed up on the club wall with his drink in his hand, watching everybody else dance.
See, now you got me searching. I want to see if there's a dab. All right, enough of that.
All right, but anyway, it's kind of cool because here at Momocon, there's so much Overwatch cosplay.
There
Like
are a ton.
walking around the main little villa, the little grassy
I
knoll.
barely
out there.
saw any Overwatch cosplay. What are you talking about?
Everywhere.
Sarcasm.
You hear everybody just go, what? Yeah.
Man, it is crazy how much Overwatch cosplay is out there, man.
There's as much Overwatch cosplay here as there was at BlizzCon.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it's that
crazy.
So,
Crazy.
all right, next in news.
Surprise Counter-Strike update adds new operation with wacky game modes.
Wacky. So
Wacky.
I don't know which I'm more surprised about, the fact that they added wacky game modes or that Counter-Strike is still getting new game modes.
Dude, it has a strong
That is
following,
a
man.
huge game.
Oh, yeah.
That game has been out since forever and a half ago.
Mid-90s.
I think
Yeah.
everybody that likes Steam owns that game.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. I'm pretty sure like everybody over here that game like plays PC games has Counter Strike.
Yeah,
See?
It's like,
Yeah.
Hey, but how many people actually bought the Xbox 360 version of Counter-Strike?
I bought the PS3. I bought the PS3 version. I feel you.
Nice.
I feel you.
Yeah, I got it too. All right. Anyway, Operation Hydra is set to run for 18 weeks. So basically, they didn't really announce this either. I mean, it just kind of, boop, hey, here's a new operation.
play as, Captain
Congratulations.
America?
No, it's not
Operation
Operation Hydra.
Hydra? Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
Why would you play as Captain America?
Because apparently he's Hydra now.
He is Hydra.
All right.
Anyway, heavy assault suit. So you get a bomb defusal. You get headshots only game mode, which is deathmatch, but only headshots get the job done. You get hunters gatherers, where every player drops a dog tag when they die. Isn't that called like dog tags?
Yeah, kill confirmed, right?
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that's not that new. Stab, zap.
But it's a wacky mode, Jess.
But wait, no, this is where it gets wacky. Stab, zap.
Okay.
What the heck is that?
You've got a knife and a recharging taser. Go nuts.
That sounds
actually sounds
interesting.
kinda
I know, right?
Some
a knife fight.
Honestly, some of my favorite game modes that ever came out on Call of Duty were like the rock, paper, scissors ones, like
Yep.
stick, paper, gun, or whatever.
Yeah.
Stick, knife, gun. That was
Get a
great.
kill, get a random gun.
Single shot, yeah, single
Yeah.
bullet, yeah, that was awesome. The Flying Scotsman, low gravity,
Huh.
low gravity.
Interesting.
And trigger discipline. Everyone takes damage for each missed shot. If you have good aim, great, shoot the other guy's alive. If you have terrible aim, just run away until they kill
Wow.
themselves.
I actually like that. That's pretty rad.
Dude, that could actually, you could use that as like a training sim.
Right.
Inside Counter-Strike. Like, hey, I suck really bad. Here, I'm just going to play this game.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of Battlefield, we were talking about that earlier. Next in news.
Battlefield 1 DLC adds female soldiers.
About time.
I can finally be a pretty girl.
I always pick the pretty girl characters.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
I know I
Yeah.
do. I'm serious
does.
about that.
Which leads
It's
like
just so I can get free stuff from other players.
yeah, it's so you can have
Whatever.
the name cute girl whatever.
Cute girl 1204.
And people think you're a girl. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever works. No, I don't know. I just like playing as girls in video games.
I think we found out the truth.
Yeah.
Is that like psychological? Do I need like? Do we have any
Actually-
Does he have-
Oh man,
Wow.
so tell us.
Well,
Do tell.
So what y'all were talking about earlier with the interplay between video games and therapy, folks have actually done studies where it helps people who don't normally get to express those sides of themselves have that expression. You know,
I want to be a
because
pretty
online-
princess.
See,
So-
you could be a pretty princess.
So your next step is like a drag show down here?
So
Might
Jess,
call up Bruce and see kind of how the things work. You know?
so what it's you're telling yourself is that you need to let go of your feminine side a little bit more.
I thought it was I just liked the way they looked better on the screen and wanted to be that, but
Dude,
I mean, that's a good
I got the great,
excuse, I guess.
I got the best cosplay for Jess. All right, here we go. Gender bender Hodor.
I would totally do that, dude. I'm down with that.
That would be awesome,
Next
dude.
year's Momocon, Jim Bender Hodor, right here.
Why wait? We could do Walker Stalker.
Wig. Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we do a couple
All
cons.
right, so Walker Stalker here. Jim
Gender
Hodor.
Bender Zombie Hodor.
I can totally do that.
Why do you gotta throw the zombie in there? You
Because
don't have
it's
to be
Walker
zombie.
Stalker.
Stefano could be Brian.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I could be.
Bram.
You could.
Bram? Yeah, and you just I just
Bram,
hold
whatever.
on to your
Brown.
hold on to your back. Take me away.
Oh, that got weird quick. All right. Anyway, so in the upcoming DLC, In the Name of the Tsar will open up on the Eastern Front with the addition of the Russian army. It's a horrible Russian
I thought
accent. by the
Russian
way.
army was there already.
That wasn't a Russian accent.
That was terrible. There was an estimated 6,000 Russian women combatants in World War I. So that's why they're saying, okay, look, yeah, that was kind of a big deal. Let's make sure there's some females in here.
No, that's cool, man.
So it's kind of cool. I'm kind of awesome with that.
Does it say, can you pick to be a female, or is it just random?
Adding women soldiers fits in Battlefield's probably random, I would imagine.
Do you think?
Because all the other skins are kind of random.
Or do they make it a class? Is it a class?
It might-
Because isn't it the skins based on
What?
The lady.
Not the well, the
The
lady class.
It's the Black Widow lady killer
well, I mean the
class.
sniper class.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, I can
don't
see,
know.
man, hot,
I don't know.
hot
We'll find out.
sniper.
We'll find
chick.
out. We'll find out next in news.
Okay. Far Cry 5 key art characters revealed, and the video.
And the video. So
Yeah,
has
those things
anybody
are like,
seen the
what
trailer for
crap?
Far Cry yet?
Yes.
It's
Far Cry.
Deliverance. I don't care
Dude.
what anyone else says. It's Deliverance. That's all it is.
As soon as I saw it, I said, "It's a cult,"
Yeah.
and sure enough, it's a crazy Christian cult.
Yeah. So the first video that I saw was kind of all four of the trailers just
Mashed
smushed
together.
together, right? So you didn't get the one-offs. I then had a buddy send me the ones from the UK that were all the one-offs, and it was literally the first one is a body floating down a stream ever so gently. The next is a man running through a field when all of a sudden, kabow! He falls down dead. Yeah, you almost get shot. And then there's a guy getting banged against a church bell, which was kind of crazy. And the last one is just, somebody in the woods, all quiet. Nothing really going on. They hear, ah!
So,
And birds are flying.
so I better hear a banjo in that game. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, the music kind of had a banjo type feeling to it.
I don't know. I better be on a river floating down it, and then banjo just starts playing.
The cover art got released. It's definitely sticking with the Far Cry. Hey, there's a really weird looking guy at the head of the table, and then there's someone with sinner carved into their back.
Yeah, it's
So-
the Last Supper, man. It's a play on the
Yes.
Last Supper. And yeah,
Next
I'm
in
kind of
news.
excited for it.
Next in news.
Meh.
Yeah, next in news.
Red Dead Redemption 2 delayed till spring 2018.
Wah, 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 wah.
Anybody surprised? Like, really?
No.
No?
The reasoning's actually pretty cool, though. Rockstar wanted to give their developers a little bit of a downtime during the holiday season, and that was the reason. They were getting to the point everybody was getting way too frazzled, and so they're like, "Yeah, we wanted our engineers to actually
Say,
have
screw
a
that.
break.
Hire some children and make
Pay
the game.
them 2 cents an hour."
That's right.
Aren't there laws
Get
against that?
it?
And just in this
I mean,
country,
you know.
just in this country,
just playing.
Come on.
Stefano
All right.
would really do it.
I mean, I would do it for pennies. Gonna work on a video. I don't know how good the video game would be, but I'd work on it.
This is This is one.
All right, downhill.
All right, next in news.
Ritual of the Night is only 20 to 30% complete.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, so the Kickstarter was, what, like back in 2015?
Yeah.
Or 13? I
20,
mean,
20, I think they started talking around it in 2014, 2015. In 2016, they said they were bringing in additional help, which turned out to be Ditko and Monobit Studios. And here we are in 2017. They're like, yeah, we're not quite there yet. And I think it's because of the Switch. They've switched up a lot of they're now being produced using Epic's Unreal Engine. So they had to change up some things to make it Switch compatible.
yeah. Well, I mean, once they announced
Thanks,
the
Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, once they announced the Switch version, I knew it was gonna delay. I mean, it's a whole different
and that's
board.
basically the thing. So basically, the Wii U
Yeah.
got kicked because by 2018, when this game's supposedly going to be releasing, Wii U's going to be obsolete.
Which, if you backed it, you can switch it over to the Switch.
I switched mine to the Switch.
I did too. I mean, that game's gonna be awesome on the Switch, so might as well.
All right, next in news.
Ready at Dawn leader hopes multiplayer VR game Echo Arena will be an esport.
So this kind of being the trend now, right? So we had
Esports, man.
we had Adam Schramek,
Schmick.
it's like ceramic, but
Oh, yes.
ceramic.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, Adam Schramek on from Insomniac, and he was talking about Unspoken.
Yep.
If you guys haven't seen anything on Unspoken by Insomniac Games, definitely check it out. You're a wizard that can cast spells using your hands and all this good stuff in VR.
It's just
Yep.
really cool.
Fight Club Wizards.
Yep, it's
I
Fight
mean,
Club with wizards
yeah, I
in
mean,
VR.
That's the way he described it the best, and I was like, yeah, that's
accurate.
pretty much
That's
spot on.
accurate.
Yeah.
It's kind of with this new Ready at Dawn Echo Arena game. It seems to be like that's kind of the new trend is let's figure out how to make games esports because esports are kind of the new trend right now, right? Like they're hip and trendy. You've got WoW, you've got StarCraft, you've got Overwatch now
yeah.
launching its own league. I mean, like there's so much going
Rainbow
on.
Six.
Yeah.
Yep.
Smite.
Rocket
Yeah.
League.
So much,
Dota.
so much going on.
So many games.
So many games. So esports is kind of where it's going right now. It seems to be a really cool trend. We're gonna start doing an esports announcer panel.
Are we?
Nah, I don't
Yeah.
I said it, Momocon. It's gotta happen now.
Anyways, Echo looks pretty rad though. There's no gravity. You're floating around, so that's one
which
way.
I'm a little concerned about.
Yeah, well, see, the main issue with VR, right, is motion sickness.
Yep.
People are still trying to figure out how to not make you vomit all over the place.
And that's one of the reasons most people have stayed away from running down a field in VR.
Farpoint helps it. I'm just saying that aim gun works.
You're not running.
Yeah, you are. There's a run button.
You're not running.
I mean, you're not doing like freaking.
You're not doing
Usain
wind
Bolt
sprints.
speeds, but I mean,
You're not doing wind sprints down the field. Okay?
Anyways, so the way they get around it is you're floating.
Yeah.
So it's like you're in space.
Which kind of works. I mean, if you've played Eve Valkyrie or, if you looked into Eve
Right.
Valkyrie, it's kind of like that. You're floating
Yeah.
in a thing that flips around multiple times. Okay. Anyway.
Right.
All right.
So VR esports coming soon.
Could be there. Could
Yeah,
be there.
yeah.
And that wraps it up for this week's edition of
Do-do-do-do-do.
What's New.
News.
And that actually is going to wrap us up for this week's edition of Rec Level 3 live at Momocon.
Momocon.
So kind of crazy stuff's been going on here. We hope everybody tunes in next week for you guys that are watching, listening at home, all the Twitchers
All
and
Twitchers
Facebookers
peoples.
and YouTubers. We do this weekly, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You can jump in and chill out, and I'll do all the other stuffs. Yeah.
And that wraps us up. If you like the show,
Tell your friends.
and if you don't,
Crap. Don't.
wow, you
There's been a
failed.
lot going on
What,
in
you
Twitch chat.
you
That's all
act
I
like
gotta
we
say.
have a
Wow.
whole
Like this is something
wow.
brand new
See,
that
Twitch,
we don't
you
do
threw off
every
Ryan.
week.
Twitch, thank you. You happy now?
We have 50 people watching.
Oh, 50 people. Nice.
Hi, 50
All right.
people.
Yeah. So,
But like we don't do that every week. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know.
I know Ryan.
Hi
Whatever.
Twitch people, by the way.
So for those that have never watched before, Ryan's supposed to come up with a witty line.
Yeah.
Stefano goes, if you like this show, and I go, tell your friends. And then Ryan goes,
I can't be an all-star 100% of the time. I'm sorry.
What?
we'd take 10.
I mean, come on.
Wah,
Wah, wah, wah,
Do, do,
wah.
do, do. All right, Twitch. Love
Guys,
you
we
guys.
appreciate you guys tuning in, watching. Here you guys get to watch the Goodbye video.